Coming up tonight on YCN News, Vermont receives $1.5 million by the Federal Department of Labor to pay for job training for the long-term unemployed and other laid-off workers. Interim Town Manager Patrick Moreland says the Brattleboro budget is all set. And a 44-year-old Bellows Falls, Vermont woman is charged by police with assaulting two other people in front of a downtown restaurant at 1 a.m. today. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth-Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening, and welcome to this Friday edition of YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. The Vermont State Department of Labor and residents looking for work may be getting a hand up. The state was granted $1.5 million by the Federal Department of Labor on Wednesday, a grant that will pay for job training for the long-term unemployed and other laid-off workers, the Brattleboro Reformer reports. Vermont's award is in line with other states' grants. In all, nearly $155 million is awarded by the U.S. Department of Labor each year to 32 states, the U.S. territory of Puerto Rico, and the Cherokee Tribal Nation. Working with state as part of a public-private enterprise is the Vermont High-Tech program. High-Tech is a nonprofit organization that is student-centered. Students beyond the once traditional 17 or 18 to 21 to 22-year-old age span often take part in this program. Training programs offered by High-Tech and an employer allow the employer to hire employees ready to work, ready to meet the employer's skill qualifications. Employers comprising the STEM field industries, science, technology, engineering, and math sectors are the focus of High-Tech. High-Tech CEO and founder Jerry Ghazi reports High-Tech and the State Labor Department will work with 50 people who will be taught skills for STEM jobs. No related experience or technical skills are needed in order to apply, the reformer reports. More people may be served by the program, Ghazi says. High-Tech also has worked with other northern New England companies to find and train employees with the skills in demand today. One example is Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon, New Hampshire. The healthcare provider is looking for medical coders. Key to the partnership, however, is that jobs in the private sector with a company must be guaranteed upon training completion. Also in Vermont, Interim Town Manager Patrick Moreland says the Brattleboro budget is all set at $15.8 million, a figure not challenged by petition after the June 2nd representative town meeting. By statute, after a budget is approved by the town's representatives, 10 days must pass before the budget can be signed into law. This is in case voters, acting through the elected 129 town meeting representatives, want to take another look at the budget. That happened twice earlier this year, and afterward, what began as a $16 million budget was whittled down. Moreland told YCN News he waited 10 days after the June 2nd vote. By Friday the 13th, we knew we had a budget, he said. In New Hampshire, Claremont City officials agree that promoting regional economic development in Sullivan County could benefit the city and nearby towns. City councilors met yesterday night in a work session to set goals for the council and Claremont at large. Promoting the city's airport, which is on Sullivan Street, plus the Amtrak station near Maple Avenue and River Road, could bring more and new business to the city. In turn, the city may want to consider having a taxi cab service to help residents and visitors make their way around the city easier. A cab company could provide transportation to supplement bus service provided by Community Alliance Transportation. Promoting regional development remains a council priority. If you're driving to or through Lebanon, New Hampshire, you may need to leave extra time this weekend. Road crews will begin pavement markings beginning at 8 p.m. on Sunday throughout the city. Expect some lane closures and delays while this work is being done, and use caution when driving. Not only will road crews be outside working, work is being done in the evening. There will be some lane closures and intermittent delays to facilitate this work. For more information, go online to the city's website at www.lebnh.net or call Public Works at 603-448-3112. Turning to public safety news, a 44-year-old Bellows Falls, Vermont woman is charged by police with assaulting two other people in front of a downtown restaurant at 1 a.m. today. State police say Denise Carrara was taken into protective custody after being charged with 2 counts of simple assault, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Police say numerous eyewitness accounts of Carrara's interactions with 24-year-old Samantha Frank of Pennsylvania and 38-year-old Eric Draper of Bellows Falls led to the charges against Carrara. The skirmish happened outside of Donovan's at 65 Rockingham Street in Bellows Falls. Carrara is scheduled to appear in Windham District Court on August 19th.
The good folks at H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oils want you to know that their philosophy is simple. Wow them with our service. Their EPA-certified technicians are ready to tackle your heating, cooling, or water conditioning system problem 24 hours a day. They take pride in having provided local customers with peace of mind for over 2/3 of a century.
Wow them with service. It's the H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oils way of doing business.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. It's been called the Forgotten War by some historians and writers, and one New England governor will ensure the sacrifices made by some veterans will not go unnoticed. In Concord tomorrow, New Hampshire Governor Maggie Hassan will speak at the Welcome Home Korean Veterans event. Each June, this event is hosted by the Korean American Society of New Hampshire. It pays tribute and recognizes the military service by New Hampshire soldiers who fought and served during the Korean War, 1950 through 1953. This year's ceremony is being co-hosted by the state and by the New Hampshire National Guard. The ceremony begins at 2 p.m. It will be held at the State National Guard Aviation Facility at 26 Regional Drive in Concord. For more information, go online to nhsvc.com. There's another historical note that we would like to leave you with today. Tomorrow is the 100th anniversary of the beginning of World War I. Check out your local library, including the Fisk Free Library in Claremont, and the Howe Library in Hanover, and the Hartford Library in Hartford, Vermont, for a fresh look on the war's centennial.
You're watching YCN, your local view, on WNMN DT40, serving Saranac Lake, New York and the Adirondack region. WYCX CD2, serving Manchester, Vermont in the Green Mountain State. WYCU LD26, serving Charlestown, New Hampshire in the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region of the Granite State. And on demand at YCNnow.com. YCN is your local view, owned and operated by Cross Hill Communications, LLC.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next few days and then move on to sports.
Thanks, Rose. Tonight we'll experience patchy fog after 2 a.m. with otherwise clear skies and lows in the 50s. Tomorrow we'll have more fog before 7 a.m., but skies will clear up to be mostly sunny with a high of 86 degrees. Winds will remain calm around 5 miles per hour. Saturday night lows will be in the upper 50s with mostly clear skies. Sunday will be sunny with highs in the mid-80s and winds around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night we'll have clear skies with a low of 60 degrees. On our satellite maps, we can once again see clear to partly cloudy skies in our area. No new storms are expected until at least next Monday. Now let's see what's coming up on our community calendar. This weekend is full of events for everyone to enjoy. Tomorrow morning, the Upper Valley Community Grange in Norwich is holding an all-you-can-eat breakfast from 8 to 11 a.m. In Woodstock, Vermont, the Interplay Jazz All-Stars will be performing on the Village Green at noon. Saturday night, the Colby Sawyer Centre Theatre in New London is hosting the Bostic Civic Orchestra at 7:30 p.m. On Sunday evening, the Putney Vermont Tavern Lawn is hosting the Chris Kleeman Band at 6 p.m. Remember, you can submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnnow.com. Tonight in sports, we'll take a look at the Fisher Cats game last night and also upcoming games. The Fisher Cats made a great victory last night against New Britain. This is the first game of a 4-game series with an additional makeup game tonight. Last night's final score was 2-1. Tonight is the second game, which will begin at 6:05 p.m. at the Fisher Cats' home field. Saturday's game will begin at 7:05 p.m. and Sunday's game will begin at 1:35 p.m. Hopefully the Fisher Cats can come up with a winning streak against New Britain.